welcome back to the Absolutely Pickled podcast. I'm Pen.
And I'm Lee.
And we are absolutely pickled. As you can see, I am in the kitchen in violation again, whereas Lee is not. It's a common theme. However, I am wearing my Absolutely Pickled trucker hat, which is brand new and available on the absolutelypickled.com website. Just go there, click on merch, check it out, and all the other stuff we have on offer there. So,
and you know what? That hat not only keeps the sun out of your eyes, it actually makes you play better too.
Yes, it does. Except that I haven't played in it yet, so we'll find out next
There you
week.
go.
Okay, Lee, who do we have on the show today that you would like to just tease? You could say his name as well if you want, but tease who's coming.
Yeah, we have a really special, we have a very special guest today. I'm really excited to have him on. He is somebody who I love to follow on social media because he will say things that everybody is thinking about but won't dare say. So he puts it out there without shame, and he's, you know, there's a lot of truth to what he says. So it's fun to banter with him in person, and you know what? Stay tuned. You'll see him shortly.
All right, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hi there, and welcome back to Absolutely Pickled, the best podcast around for pickleball fans. And we are so excited because we've got a special guest today. Lee Whitwell, would you like to introduce our fabulous guest?
We have the man, the myth, the legend, the man who will say what everybody is thinking but won't dare post on social media. He is the guy that is the one to go to if you need to know things you didn't know you needed to know about pickleball. We have Maurice the Grease Pickleball. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You are welcome. It's so nice to meet you, Maurice. And, you know, I don't know a lot about you, so we're going to dive right in with why is it Maurice the Grease? Please explain.
Here's a story. When I was stationed in Colorado, I was in the military. I was stationed in Colorado Springs in the Army. 2017, around 2019, I found pickleball because I was all poopy and everything. I just got out of a breakup and all that stuff, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get out of here." And that actually, I'm getting into my whole pickleball story, but whatever, it's gonna be quick. So I'm all poopy and everything. Funny enough, found kickball, and I'm like, "Oh my God, kickball is so fun!" I was all nervous before, and then I'm like, "Okay, well now it's cool, right?" So then from there, my pickleball mom, Peggy. Hey, Peggy. So
Peggy.
she introduced me
We'll
to
have to get Peggy on.
Yes.
Hey, Peggy. Yeah, one of these days. Oh, finally, I shouted it out. I remembered. So, so I got. So she was like, one of these days, she was like, "Hey, you're not doing anything. You want to learn how to play pickleball?" And before I knew what it was, I'm like, "What the hell is pickleball?"
Why does Peggy sound like Mickey Mouse?
I don't know. That's my Peggy voice.
Wait,
That's 100% my Peggy.
we've
That's if
deviated
as soon
from
as you
Maurice
hear
the
her.
Grease. Where's Maurice the
Yeah,
Grease come from?
yeah. So I'm it's that.
Sorry.
Getting there.
Sorry.
Gotta build up. So anyway, all right. So I found out about pickleball. I start playing pickleball. I am hooked. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I don't know how good sliced bread really was, but whatever, we say that. Anyway, uh, about 2 or 3 months in, I want to get one of these cool name tapes. I'm about to show you one of these little name tapes that everybody has because they seemed all cool, like they were part of the Pikes Peak Pickleball Association. So then I was like, okay, yeah, I became a member and everything. And I've seen a space in between people's middle name, excuse me, a space between people's first name and last names. I'm like, put something there? And then people was like, oh, we never tried. So I was like, okay, well, let me think of something. How about Maurice the Beast? That's lame. Nobody wants that. Then I was like, what rhymes with Maurice? Reese. So then I try it, and soon enough, boom,
Boom!
I like
The
it.
Grease Hackshaw. Wow, but you have such a great last name as
Wait,
well.
wait, hang on. Your last name's not Pickleball?
Oh, damn. Ed- edit it.
Edit it, cut
What-
it out. That's so
Yeah.
cool. So
But
there it
yeah,
is. So it's not got
yeah.
anything to do with, Grease the movie or anything. You just thought Reese the Grease. I mean,
I thought it was a nickname given to you in the military.
I thought maybe you got some smooth strokes that would, you look very greased up. You're just playing it real. No, we can make up, but that's awesome.
Maybe it's the chicken wings
Yeah.
or
There
the
you
way I
go.
slip out of work or something. Oh.
Yeah. So you mentioned you were in the military, and so thank you for your service, first of all.
Absolutely, thank you.
How long were you in there for? And are any of your army buddies? Was it army?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you got any of your army buddies into pickleball, or are you just, the lone wolf on this?
Yeah, I was pretty lone wolf. Yeah. So I guess maybe now they all followed me after COVID and everything, because that's when it really blew up.
Yeah.
But before, when I started telling people, I would like kind of say like, "Yeah, I'm going to play pickleball," and they'd be like, "What the hell's pickleball? This guy's playing pickleball. I just looked it up. Old people." And then it's like that.
But now you're like ahead of the curve, and all the celebs are playing, and everybody and your mates are going, "Oh, he was onto something, and we missed it."
Yep, because they're not on podcasts with Lee Whitwell. Which one? Yeah, Lee Whitwell. Yeah. So how you like me now?
Exactly.
Right?
And
I
how
appreciate you having low standards and coming on.
and did you just start following her, or what was the story?
Yeah, yeah. She was like kind of walking around at night. I didn't see her like, looking around. So I was no, not following her like
Yeah, and
we were-
then I started walking faster, and he started walking faster. Then I started running, and then he started running, and he's like, "What are we training for?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
Oh yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a great episode.
Oh, the
But yeah,
best.
so yes. After Colorado, I went to be stationed in Alaska, and the only thing I had, like, it was a very small pickleball community. The only thing I really had to get better, because I was so addicted and everything, was a whole bunch of YouTube videos. So Lee Whitwell and
Oh.
her nasty backhand was like all throughout my YouTube history. Like that backhand. I was telling you about that back. I want that backhand.
I
know.
told you I will
Please.
give you that backhand. I have promised to give you that backhand, and it's my mission to give you that backhand.
So smooth.
I
It's like a
know, it's
push.
annoyingly, and she makes it look so easy, and we're all there going,
Right.
"Oh my God, why
And then
can't
with a
I do
left
it?"
hand too.
Yeah.
I
Like I
know.
can't use this thing. It's my
It
left.
just up the ante and switch hands, I mean, that's
Yeah.
so rude of me.
And the lefties,
That's right.
we both come from a tennis background. That's how I know this fool, because I know it's hard to believe, but I'm 4 years older than her, and I met her when she was 16 and I was 20. And I like to say, I told people in the last episode, I like to take credit for teaching her to play doubles in tennis, right? But then she went and became really, really good. But left-handers were annoying in tennis. Left-handers are incredibly annoying in pickleball. Why is that?
I will tell you why, because I find them just as annoying as you, believe it or not.
Oh.
Think about when you go out and play. Who do you play against 99% of the time?
Right-handers.
Right-handers, right? We never play against lefties. We never practice against lefties because we see them 1% of the time. So therefore, we are trained to speed up the ball against right-handers, and we know the body parts where to go, and we know how to play tactically against righties. You throw a lefty in there, and all of a sudden you've got to flip it and put a mirror up because it's now the opposite. And we don't do that. And even lefties will forget to do it against lefties because I don't go out there and be like, it's lefty training day. Let me just send out put up the bat sign and be like, all right, all lefties show up at 3:00. That's, no one does that.
No one does
so,
that.
But I think now as the sport is evolving and growing, I mean, tactically, there's going to have to be some you know, especially at the pro level. It's like training wise and practice sessions of playing against lefties. If I have a lefty in front of me, how do I hit the ball? Where am I hitting the ball? You know?
Yeah, got it. All right, Maurice, I've got 2 questions just for you. First one is, and it's general.
Credit is good.
It's a general question just to sort of get the ball rolling. What is the thing you love most about pickleball?
Oh man, what I love most about pickleball is a really good shot.
That
That is,
feeling of a really good shot. Is there
yeah,
one in particular that just floats your boat?
it's a really good drop. Just that's it. Like a really good drop just sets the tone for everything that I want to do. I get my partner in there.
Got it.
I get to approach the net like it's just real tactical, smart, and just I,
Love it.
it just feels good. When I don't have a good drop, or if I don't have a series of good drops, I I don't even want to play. I get in a funk. I
Yeah,
don't like
Yep.
yeah.
it.
And do you
I
ever
mean,
have days when it's just not clicking? I have days when I get on the court, it's just not clicking. You
Oh
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's today.
Okay,
definitely.
so on that note,
But I will say that there is it's like when you're playing against people, you will hear, oh my God, that person has a really good third. You know, that third is money. And there's a lot of confidence when knowing that your third is money, and it's annoying when you're playing somebody who's like, no matter what I give them, that third is money, you know, and they're gonna get in no matter what. You're like, well, now every rally is gonna go past the first 4 balls, right? Most mistakes happen in the first 4, give or take. And then, you know, when someone's third is on, then you're like, oh, this is now we're working for this point. It's very annoying. Hopefully their partner sucks and we can make the partner hit a third, right? But like anyone who has a good third, they're gonna get in. But every 90% of the time they're getting in, and now you're having to really work the point.
second question for you, Maurice. What is there anything, and you can say no, but is there anything that happens or anything that you just go, God, that's so annoying when you, or what do you hope doesn't happen when you play pickleball?
Two things. Two things are my absolute biggest pet peeve. One, and I'm getting away from this because I'm starting to get with a more solid group and starting to kind of branch out and find a group that I'm really like clicking with. Uh, I don't like when my partner is getting targeted. I don't. I hate it. I hate it because what I think it because I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like I have a good idea of how good someone is from crew beginner all the way to about 5-0. Once you get past 5-0, to me, a 5-0 and a 6-0 just they just look the same. I'm not good enough yet to really see the difference.
Right.
But to me, they're just awesome, right? But I don't like it when like if I have an opponent that's about 4-0, 4-1, and they start targeting my partner who may be like a 3-5, 3-6, 3-7, whatever, but even a 3-4, it's like you don't have to kill them with the ball, dude. Like you don't have to. Just that's the time to work on your shots. I'd be nice to you. I already know my partner's not gonna do too much, right? They're not gonna be able to do so much. They don't really see the game, and that's okay. But if you're nice to them, I'll be nice to you,
Mm.
right? And then I'll ease it up, and I won't have to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But then when you do that, and then after the game, you sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I beat Maurice."
Oh,
You're
so
like, no, I
annoying.
served and I returned and I occasionally hit a third. That's about it. That's all. You couldn't do
Yeah,
anything else.
like
Yes.
I get the return. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one. And then they say like, "Oh yeah, we hit to you," and I'm like, "Got the
Yeah. When the
return."
ball was up here.
Yeah, like everybody's a 5-0 up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you like those? Like, come
Man, I
on, man.
tagged him with the ball 4 times. Yeah, because my partner popped
Yeah, it's
up and
like
you were being
it's
horrible to
just
my partner. Like, come on.
yeah,
You're
it's
not
like
going to
at
Yeah,
get
least
better playing the weaker player.
it's totally true.
exactly. And I
So with
and I'm so glad I identified that really early. I think I identified that in myself when I was about 3-5. And I was like, I'd see who was the better player, and I would specifically target them, even if it was a dumb shot. Like I would, because I would hear the, little murmurs and everything about what the higher level players saying, like, "Oh man, I don't really get to play," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go at you." And then I kept getting better.
Yeah,
And now I'm in 4 or 5 tournaments.
that's brilliant.
Yeah,
Love it.
and my
Totally. You know, we say I have a mate on. I just play in a league locally, and so this is what's nice about this podcast, right? We've got Lee at the top, and then I'm, rec level playing in a league with my mates, and decent standard. But there's a mixed, there's kind of a range of abilities. And I have one friend, Gina, who is a former tennis player and tall girl, plays volleyball, threw her back out, and she said it's because I'm trying to insert myself into the rally because she wasn't seeing the ball and she threw her back out and couldn't play for like 6 weeks because of this exact issue. Isn't that annoying?
yeah,
But
and
it's worse. Like, I
to.
mean, I can relate because I will do that. And then if somebody is targeting my partner who happens to be the weaker player in rec and I don't see a ball and then I get involved, then I'm like, now you've poked the bear and now I'm going to hit you with the ball because now I'm not happy because my partner is not having a good time. They're feeling like crap, and now they're doubting their ability and it's supposed to be fun. And then all of a sudden I become the villain. I'm like, I'm very happy being the villain in your story, but don't forget the chapter which you forced this issue to happen, right? Yeah. It's like, you're just you were at fault here because you could have easily played a very fun rec game. And you get the ball up here, don't kill my partner, you don't have to. Work on something else. Put the angle, do something, get better. Don't be that person. And it irks me. And I've realized that emotionally I'm very immature when my partner gets picked on.
She's only just realized this, Maurice. It's only taken her however many decades. I've been telling her this since she was 16, but okay, keep going.
No, I'm 12 when my partner, if I'm playing with somebody weaker in rec and they get picked on and isolated, I'm like, why are you doing this? This is stupid. Like, do you want to, is ESPN filming this? Are you going to be on the highlight reel? Is there money on the line? Is it retirement money on the line? And is this going all over social media? What is the objective here? Or do you need to win that badly? It's like, then I have to look at it and go, oh, that must be bad living in your brain, having to win that badly. But I don't have that emotional maturity. I'm more like, I'm going to hit you.
Honestly, I'm afraid of playing both of you now because Lee will hit me and has, and you were in the army. So if I tick you off, that could be bad for me also. So I'm going to make sure I play mixed doubles with you and ladies doubles with Lee. Okay.
No,
so
Maurice and I are going on a retribution tour to write all the times our lesser talented partners were wrong.
All right, you guys. We've got to get on with this because it's time, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know about this, Maurice, but we have a section called Dear AP. So in magazines where you read Dear Abby, well, ours is, we decided to steal that idea, and instead of Dear Abby and getting your problems solved, we have a Dear AP section that usually we only have Lee, but when we have special guests like you, and sometimes we have a sports psychologist, Dr. Sy, on, and he helps with mental stuff. We ask questions. So without further ado, it's time for Dear AP. John from Knoxville, Texas asks, what is the most effective return of serve in your opinion? He's looking for spin, location, things like that. Where do you normally go at the beginning of a match? Because I'm guessing that you probably figure stuff out as you go. But at the beginning of a match, what is your go-to best return of serve?
Over the net, between the lines.
Excellent. That's helpful. There you go, John from Knoxville. There's your answer.
There it is.
Could you elaborate on that for us, maybe, Maurice? Because I'm not going to get a lot out of Lee, maybe. What would you do?
It depends.
On what?
Yeah, it depends who you're playing. Are you poaching? Are you stacking? What are you doing? X, Y, and Z, right? Like, but your safe one, honestly, is pretty much down the line middle. Like down the line middle of the court. Like not down the line middle of the court, down the line or to the middle of the court, right? Like straight to the person in front of you or slightly more middle, and it takes away some angles. You don't want to give a ton of angles away on the return serve. You want to make your third shot a lot easier, a lot more comfortable. But over the net between the lines is definitely a strategy that more people should employ.
And do you drive it? Do you slice it? What do you? I've seen you slice a lot, Lee.
It depends. It depends on the opponent and how they're holding their paddle and how they hit their shot, right?
But if it's the first point of the game and they're serving,
you've seen them warm up.
Oh, well, have you though? Because we've had this discussion. Because you warm up with your partner and then you don't know what the other. I'm still confused on that one.
Yeah, you just hit your standard return, whatever it is. You hit your go-to return. Okay. And if they can handle that, then you start changing it from there, right? If they're able to push you back deep, or if they're able to do some stuff, then you kind of figure it out from there. But your first one is just go with your go-to.
Question number 2 is from Dina in Las Vegas, and she says, I'm guilty of rushing in all the time, good or bad, but I hear that's not the only strategy. She says, can you explain what people mean when they say get to the kitchen on your terms? Can you explain that to her?
Yeah, I mean, do I want to? No, but I can. I mean, Dina, why would I make Dina a better player? I might have to play Dina, so no.
Okay. But she's, and I've heard that too. Like, is there, what do they mean when they say get to net on your own terms? And I've heard you say it, Whitwell. So you've got to. It's
ball recognition, right? If you hit a third shot, and your opponent's paddle is up here, like, don't run in. Like, that's just, you don't want to come into the net on a downhill trajectory.
Maurice's excellent third shot drop. I'm coming in 100 miles an hour.
Money, because I'm hitting the ball below the net. I cannot hurt you. Like, if Maurice's third is money, I'm gonna come in behind it every time. If my third is off, I'm gonna tell him not to go in. Right? I'm like, oh, watch it, or hold off. If we can't get in on the third, you can get in on the fifth. If you can't get in on the fifth, you can get in on the seventh. Just so long as when you get to that line, you're settled.
And I think that is the difference between you guys and, beginner rec players who just think they've got to get to the kitchen line as fast as they can, or they get annoyed with their partners who don't want to come in.
Yes and no, because I will bet money that Maurice has heard this too. When you first started playing pickleball, and this is a theme that's gone around, and you might have heard this too, Pen. Everyone, like, so many people that I've taught, they're like, I was told to run to the kitchen line right away. I was told to run to that non-volley zone. I'm like, why? Well, that's the rule. Like, and then I think a lot of people were taught to get up there, as quickly as possible, and doesn't matter on the shot that you were hitting. Like that follow-up, the ball recognition, that follow-up wasn't there. It was like, nope, hit the third and go.
Regardless of what it looks like. Yeah. So we'll just blame the coaches then. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
When I'm doing my teaching, what I like to harp on is trying to understand and compartmentalize different strategies, right? Like your return of serve is going to be different than your third shot, or your when you're serving the ball. So what I'd see is a lot of people thinking, hey, if I have to rush the kitchen line to basically build that defense for the return of serve, then I should just rush in to that third as well. It's like, no, if somebody's telling you that, they might be telling you in a certain context, but then that person who's telling you is missing that context. So they're not, if they're not, and because they're missing that one piece, now this person is confused because they're doing the same thing on like two different like in two different scenarios, but then they're getting like mixed things like that. Then when they get destroyed on their third, then they're more hesitant to come in when they should on their return, and vice versa.
Now we get to the fun part, Maurice the Grease, where we get to ask you fun questions, and just the first thing that comes to mind, no pressure. They are sometimes correlated. You don't look worried. You look very confident and calm. Lee, I put Lee through this. I put every special guest through this. So the first question is, what is your favorite word, Maurice the Grease?
I think it's fuck.
Okay. There you go. That covers another one later on.
Winning.
Or shit.
I know. That's exactly what she said. just like in the office. Okay, what is your least favorite word?
Yours. Don't like that.
Love it. Love it.
No, it
Okay,
wasn't.
perfect.
Right.
What is the noise that you love to hear? What's your favorite noise to hear?
I love to hear the sound of pickleballs hitting paddles.
Brilliant answer.
If I can hear it, I can hear it in the distance, even if I have nothing to do with pickleball that day. If I hear it, I'm like, it's spreading. The virus is spreading.
Yep. Yep.
What is a noise, however, that you hate?
Oh,
It's gonna be yours
noise
again,
that
isn't
I
it?
hate. Oh, that's easy. Out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, especially on my shot. I hate that.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, here's a bit of a more intricate one. What profession, other than pickleball player and coach and whatever else you do in the pickleball realm, what profession other than that would you like to attempt? And it has to be something you've not done before that you'd like to have a go at, but you've never done it.
Oh, it's too easy. I'm already doing it right now. Um, I am in school for cybersecurity.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
So when
Love it.
someone tries to crash our Zoom here when we're doing our podcast, we'll know who to call.
Oh no, they got it. I'm only first year. They're
Okay.
done.
Oh, well, okay. We'll come back to you
I
next
am
year.
I am gonna try to hack into what was it, pickleball brackets and fix that shit.
Yes.
Oh my God, can you?
That would be
I didn't
great.
realize I had to go back to school for another degree to figure out how to sign up for a tournament.
Yeah, maybe edit that out before I get sued because then
Yeah,
somebody
Yeah,
no,
me
good,
too.
good,
Yeah,
good.
no, that
But
part.
that's
Yeah,
really
we should,
cool. So
yeah.
how long is that going to take? What is that? Is it like how long does it take you to do
right.
it?
So right now I'm in a 2-year program.
Okay.
Texas just approved the 2-year degree, the associates for like for the minimum requirement to go into cybersecurity. So I can start making money like after 2 years. I'm in the
You're
first
going
year
to
right
be
now.
you're going to be a rich man. You're going to be a rich man.
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna be a thousandaire.
Yeah. Okay. Another question for you. What profession, on the flip side, would you not like to attempt? No interest.
Oh, retail or anything customer service. Fuck no. Oh God, people are stupid. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, also paddle companies. I would not like to do a paddle company because a bunch of my friends that do like I know a bunch of people who started paddle companies and all they tell me is how entitled pieces of shit just constantly call them and say like, oh where's my paddle? It's already been 30 minutes. I just ordered it. Why didn't it come right now? Why isn't it not at my
Oh,
house? It's halfway across, whatever, blah blah blah. Amazon. Like, no, shut up, dude. Like, it's gonna take a while. Come on,
yeah.
and then it's backed up. It feels like they think that the paddle owners, like the companies, just keep their paddle, put their name on it, and say we have their money. We're not gonna give it to them. Like, no, just fucking wait. Shit.
Yeah. You know what? I
But
think
it's the Amazon mentality though. I think that's ruined that,
yes.
right? It's the fact that I can order something and get it the next day. Like, what do you mean I can't get my paddle the next day? This is not an Amazon Prime. It's coming from, you know, a business that may
We
have to ship it cross country.
Yeah, we sell,
Yeah.
we sell caps and t-shirts and hoodies and stuff on our site. And same thing, I've written on our website, please give us a chance. We are not Amazon, right? Because we can't get
Yeah.
it to you next day, right? So calm down,
Yeah.
everybody. But it's worth it once you get it. See,
Yeah.
all my cappers.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, and then you can't tell them something. Me, I would have went out of business because I'm telling somebody I would only sell to people who are pieces of shit just so I can email them back, and it's all caps, everything.
All right. We've covered this question, but I'm just going to check. What's your favorite curse word?
Fuck you mean?
Exactly.
There you go. There you go. Okay, thank you. Final question in this fabulous questionnaire. If heaven exists, some believe it does, some believe it doesn't, but if heaven does exist, and you get to the pearly gates, what would you like God to say? What would you like to hear him say? Or her, by the way.
I was about to, yeah. We need a fourth.
Oh, that's good. I think he's
Perfect
answered.
timing. You're just
I
in
think
time.
that
We
was
need a fourth.
perfect timing, and I think you've answered the questions brilliantly. That's one of our you're our best guest so far, mate. Well done. Congratulations. Maurice the Grease crushed it on the questionnaire. So I
Love it.
think that is a wrap as far as questions from us. Lee, is there anything else we want to ask Maurice before we wrap this episode up?
Where can we follow you?
Oh,
And any shout outs you'd like to give?
Yeah.
okay. So
Or
you can
any,
catch
do you want
me
to call
on.
anybody to the table either?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm about
Challenges,
to talk some
whatever
shit.
you want.
Oh, I'm about to talk some shit. Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram, Maurice the Grease .pb. You can follow me on Facebook. It just type in Maurice the Grease, Maurice the Grease Pickleball. Excuse me, not my last name. Maurice the Grease Pickleball.
Okay.
You'll also find my alternate, Maurice More Grease. That's when I used to get banned on Facebook about every week. I got that 30-day. I had
He's
to
been in
calm
Facebook jail.
down. Yeah, oh man, I had to calm down. I had priors. You can find me on Twitter talking the most shit. Matter of fact, I just started talking shit about whatever happened with MLP. Yeah, what the fuck? Why are you not signed with MLP?
I would love to know if you could give me an answer. I would love to know.
What type of bullshit is that? They go ahead and they talking about, oh well, we're not gonna sign the. If it was the age thing, I'm like, okay, but then they got fucking what's his name, Altaf Merchant. He was just in seniors. Don't get me wrong. He's a pretty damn good player, but so the fuck are you? And everybody knows that the women in MLP are worth way more than the men, unless they're Ben Johns. But Ben Johns only won one, so he doesn't matter that much. So like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see what happens next year.
Yeah, and like you bring the noise, like you are the
Exactly.
face. You bring come on,
Fan
you put
favorite.
asses in
Yep.
seats.
Yep.
Like, come
If I
on.
get in next year, you are coming as my spiritual advisor.
My shout outs. First, got to shout out what was their name? Hey Shay Pickle. Oh, what's the name? Hey Shay, definitely Hey Shay and Oldoff, because they got on me the last
and
time.
Odoth, yes.
Yeah, they got on my ass the last time I didn't say nothing, so I gotta get my boy Josh Dalek again. Trash. That's two podcasts, and you still can't see me. I gotta shout out, what is it? The Dink. That's two podcasts. You still didn't get me on. Trash. All right. Zane Navratil, get out of here. Trash. He couldn't see me for 6 points in skinny singles with his old dumbass wind paddle, so he's done. Who else? Amanda Prizabizz, however the hell you say your name. It should sound like medicine. Whatever. Shout out. She's mad cool. Got to shout out my boy Hans, Brian, who is it? Daniel, and what's the name? Corey and Anderson. Yep, came to me last night. Hey, we got what's the name? I'm out here in the Austin area. We got a whole bunch of play that I'm trying to set up, like high level 4-0 to 4-5, trying to build a community out in Buda. CTX Pickleball, hit me up, because we're trying to get some people. If you got some people, if you're sick of all the waiting and everything at South Austin Rec and all of that stuff, and you want to get some good competition, I'm trying to bring that to you. So just hit me up, because I'm trying to build that community there. Anybody else who I missed? Fuck y'all. I'll get y'all next time.
Yeah,
What the hell?
we'll have you on again. Don't worry about it. We'll have you on again.
Hell yeah.
Well,
We'll have you on whenever you like.
And 002, yeah. Oh my God, definitely I gotta represent them, because they are they are probably the best tournament bracket. What's the name? Tournament directors. They put on a tournament, the 002 out in what the hell is it? Horseshoe Bay had like 600 people. You know how many people they have running it? Four. Four. I was about to put up three. I don't know numbers. Four. They have 4 people. That's it. How many does PPA have? Like 100, and they're still trash. That's what I said. PPA is straight up garbage unless they hire me because I need money. I'm willing to sell my soul. I told you. Hell yeah, I need money.
All right.
But yeah.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
What else we got?
Well, Maurice, it was a pleasure. You are hilarious, and we're definitely having you back. And we definitely are going to make sure you two get on a court together and make that happen. But we have loved having you on, and we are doing this ongoing basis. So we will call you up and hit you up. So any of those people you forgot, we'll get them on next time. And it's a wrap. So Lee,
they'll bother me later.
No. Lee, it's our usual sign off. It's good night from me.
And it's good night from her.
All right, we'll see you next time.